Hi, I'm with Josh Tong, Notts and England all-rounder now, I think, is the term. You've come to pick your bats up. Just wanted to have a quick chat really, Josh, about sort of your cricket journey, obviously the torment you've been through with injuries and where you are now. No, great to see you back on the field. Last week you actually made your debut for Notts and it's taken about 12 months to get to that stage. But man of the match and a win to start the county championship season.
No, it was a long time coming, definitely. Obviously signed for Notts in 2023 during the Ashes. Obviously a huge disappointment not to play for him last year, but it wasn't a bad start to the Notts career.
No, brilliant. And 7 wickets in the match. The game was going nowhere. It looked like a certain draw. And then you had that spell fourther in no time.
Well, yeah, we sort of said at lunch if we just hung in a good line of length, because the pitch was a bit up and down as well. Just making sure we hit the pitch hard and just try and get something out of the surface. And I thought all of the bowlers bowled really well, and I thought anyone could have done what I did, getting those 4 wickets in 12 balls, and that just turned the game right around, and then obviously knocked off the runs after.
Yeah, brilliant. And your debut, or your first 50 in first class cricket?
It was, yeah. That's a long time coming as well.
Yeah, well, you look brilliant.
Felt good, yeah. These B3s are working nicely.
Well, we've only seen you a couple of times. The first time you used your B3 was in the Ashes against Australia, and you did all right against a formidable attack.
Yeah, but facing the likes of Cummins, Starc, Wood, obviously wasn't used to facing those sort of bowlers. Just shows the sort of jump up to international cricket, facing those sort of guys.
Could you tell the difference? Was it that big?
Yeah, definitely. Like how they hit the same area every single ball at good pace as well, was definitely hard, and fair play to that.
Your cricket journey then, where did you start? Were you a Worcester lad?
So I was born in Redditch.
Right.
So my dad played for Redditch Cricket Club. So me and my brother used to always go down there to watch him.
Yeah.
And then started playing for Worcester when I was 6 in like under 10s.
Yeah.
And then went up through all the age groups to the academy. Then obviously signed my first deal at Worcester when I was 17, I think it was. And then obviously then stayed at Worcester until end of 23.
And was bowling your forte? Were you an all-rounder or was it batting?
I'd say I was an all-rounder, batting the top 5 and then opened the bowling as well. And then sort of bowling sort of took over the batting a tiny bit. But yeah, I still work hard on my batting. I want to be one of the best batters as a bowler. And obviously, especially how the game's going now in terms of runs down the bottom end of the order, it's crucial, which also showed in the game just gone. Obviously getting a lead of 170 odd or whatever it was, that was just crucial for the game. And if obviously we had Dill who could hold a bat as well at 11, which he stayed with LJ as well. So yeah, it's definitely crucial down the bottom.
Yeah, and between you got Lyndon James over the line for his century as well.
Yeah, he batted unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, very good. It just shows his class as an all-rounder for Nottingham. He was a very crucial part of the squad.
Yeah. And
it was very good to be at the other end of it.
Okay, no, good. And you've obviously had a lot of trouble with injuries. Before you joined Notts, an injury scare that you thought could have ended your career prematurely.
Yeah, so I had this thing called thoracic outlet syndrome. I probably diagnosed it in 22 maybe. And basically I just couldn't feel my whole arm when I was bowling, couldn't feel the ball in my hand, didn't know where it was going. Had 2 operations on it, saw 3 specialists. And I was actually speaking to the PCA about helping me retire and that sort of thing. And then I saw another specialist up in Manchester, Worcestershire at the time, Andy Powell, knew this guy up north, so I went to go and see him. And he said to me, maybe a 3rd operation could be on the cards, but before that, let's try a bit of Botox in your neck, because my first rib's very tight to all the nerves, that sort of stuff. So they thought, before the operation, let's just try a bit of Botox, see if it settles down the nerve. And thankfully, I was bowling probably within a month or two, and then touch wood, I haven't had any really symptoms since then.
Fantastic. And I'm not mentioning that to bring up those bad memories, because I'm sure you just want to put that behind you and go forward. But the point I'm trying to make is actually being a fast bowler is hard work.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I think if you're a fast bowler, like, you're going to get the odd niggle here and there, especially if you bowl at high speed. I think I've had 5 operations now. So yeah, it's just part of the parcel of being a fast bowler.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, a good friend of mine was Graham Footitt, Mark Foottitt's dad. And I watched Mark grow up as a young kid, and you could see he was going to be a fast bowler. But the battles he went through with injury and getting back and fighting it, to actually go on and do what you do, actually get involved with England at one stage, you need an awful lot of resolve and determination to fight against that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like obviously there's a lot of things you can do behind the scenes in terms of the gym work, fitness, but also the mental side of it as well. I feel like some people don't understand what we go through as cricketers, especially with the injury side of it. But yeah, there's obviously people behind the scenes who are helping, psychologists, the PCA. Yeah. They really help me.
Good. And bounce back with a vengeance. Great debut for Notts, as we've already discussed. The plans, I presume, are for a long, hot, productive summer, and then hopefully try and get on they don't go on a boat anymore, do they? But go on a plane to Australia.
Oh yeah, there's people have been speaking about that. Obviously, it's a massive trip to England for the Ashes, but my main focus at the minute is making sure I'm fit and on the park for Notts, and then see where the summer takes me really. So I'm not thinking too far ahead. I'm a guy that thinks in the present.
Involved in the 100 as well?
Yeah, Manchester again. I was with them in 23 after the Ashes as well. I really enjoyed my time up there. Obviously missed it due to injury last year, but thankfully they retained me for this year.
Okay, and your thoughts on the different formats? What do you like best? What don't you like? You know, or just whatever.
I enjoyed it. It's something different. I remember, I think it was my first. They don't call it overs, do they? They call it 5 balls or whatever. I bowled my 5th ball, and I was walking back to my mic to bowl the 6th ball. So it took me a bit of time to get used to all the power plays and all that sort of stuff, but it brought the crowds in, definitely, and I'm looking forward to it again this year. Okay,
we're going to talk now about your cricket bats. You came to Nottingham, you joined Team B3. Been pleased with the sticks so far?
Yes, I have. Even though I've got these 2 now, which you've kindly given me, I've got a couple back at the ground as well, which obviously got the runs with this game, and they're very nice bats in terms of the shape of them, pickup, and yeah, I'm very happy with them.
Good. And you're a tall chap, so long handle. When did you move to a long handle? Always used one?
I've not always used one. No, I reckon probably from about 2020. I kept on getting bowled underneath my bat. Obviously being so tall. So one of the lads at Worcester said, "Oh, why don't you just try a long handle or a long blade?" And then tried the long handle, and I've always used them.
So Gavin and Neil in the factory then have made you these 2. They're both exactly the same. Signums, 2 9.5, I think.
Yeah, 2 9. Yeah.
Yeah, pick up brilliantly. So yeah, good. So you get many more runs with those.
And fingers crossed.
Yeah, have a great summer.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.